Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to News Report number 6. I'm Zyori. With me is Hyper, and today's a very special day, Josh, because we are right next to each other. It's incredible.
Yeah, I know. It's awesome.
Land Party News Report. It's awesome. So we'll see how it works. Hopefully there aren't too many audio issues, if any. I think we're all good, but it's pretty cool, man. I like that you're actually in my camera and then you have your own. It's like a double dose of Hyper.
I like the fact that I may not lag.
Yes, that too. We may not have hyper lag today because my internet can actually it's just nice that no one else in my house uses the internet. At your house, you've got like 30 people like streaming.
Everyone's doing everything.
You actually probably have really good internet. There's just like too many people using it.
Too many people on it. Gotta kick them off.
If you guys had crappy internet, it just wouldn't work. I mean, it would just be like throttle in about 10 seconds. So anyway, we had a very, very interesting week. Of course, the Olympics are on, so there is plenty to talk about on that front. But I think we're going to start with our stocks first because there was a lot of movement this week, Josh. I think we need to start with Zynga. And as you can see, just been a downward spiral.
Oh, Zynga.
It just keeps getting worse and worse.
It just keeps getting worse. Yeah, with their lawsuits now they have.
Yeah. So, well, let's go back. And where did it all start? What was the beginning of the end for Zynga? It all started with the earnings report, I guess, where it dropped like 40% overnight. That's no good. And then after that, there was a lawsuit about the reporting within the earnings report or something. There was some error that they made, right? Well, what was that? I forget what that first lawsuit was about.
I never read fully into that because I'm always afraid of work that Zynga's gonna get blocked. So I can't read it when I do my normal search for news. But yeah, I don't know. They've just been typical misleading investors, and everyone's upset because a lot of people losing money because the stock tanked a ton.
And okay, so then on top of that, Facebook didn't do well. Facebook has been tanking a bit. I mean, they're down a lot since they've opened.
Oh yeah,
their 52-week range, the low is 1982, and they're only at 2109. Considering the top end is 45, they're slacking, and they're so closely tied. If one of them goes down, the other kind of goes down as well, which is
yeah, it's pretty rough. Fortunately, though, they did rally a bit on Friday because of a good jobs report and everything.
Yeah, Facebook.
So that helped. Yeah, that helped lift everything up on Friday and make everything not so bad.
Facebook carrying the stock market on its shoulders. But that's not all for Zynga. Of course, it continued to get worse. EA is now suing Zynga over copyright infringement. Josh, I know you actually read that article. I actually read about half of it, but oh my god, what could be more frustrating than another lawsuit?
I don't know. That's just bad. Another bad thing. Zynga just keeps getting bad news everywhere. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I mean, I keep thinking to myself, all right, it's really low. I'm going to buy more. I think at this point I'm done. It's too much has gone wrong.
The risk is not worth reward.
Yeah, all right. Actually, let's get in queue here because I think we're going to be waiting for a while. Of course, we're going to play Dota 2 today, guys. A little bit different. Switching up, we've been playing a lot of Dota 2, going back to our roots.
Our roots. Our new roots.
Our new roots. Well, it's similar roots. It's
similar
different strokes, man. So anyway, I read the statement that EA wrote, and it really made me hate Zynga. They're just like, this isn't the first time Zynga's been accused of copyright infringement. They're like, if you had never played either of the games and you looked at them, you would think that they're exactly the same. It's clear like infringement on what was the game? The Sims Online, I guess.
Yeah, Sims Social looks like the Ville, which it kind of does.
It kind of, not gonna lie, there might be some grounds for this.
You can look right at my monitor now. Look, this is what the Ville looks like.
I'm about to pull it up. Is this it right here? Is this the value walk page?
No, it's all the way at the bottom. Is this one?
Okay, hold on. I'm about to pull it up if you spare me a moment.
But yeah, it like literally looks just like The Sims. In fact, when I looked at the page at first, with the picture at first, I thought it was The Sims.
Oh man, so it actually, all right, so all right, say that again. Which is which? This picture is.
This is the Ville.
This is the Ville. Okay.
And I don't know, it just looks like The Sims.
Oh, okay. If you looked at it, you'd be like, oh, it looks like The Sims went online.
Yeah. So they look similar.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like one of those things where it's like,
all right.
yeah, but does it play differently? And I don't know.
Well,
I'm not sure into that copyright stuff. Even though it looks the same, it may play. Yeah, it probably plays completely differently.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, The Sims wasn't online, so I feel like when I think of The Sims, I think of Sims 1 playing alone upstairs in my room where I didn't have the internet. So thinking about Sims Online, that's just a different experience. I'm not sure. I don't know. The punches just keep coming for Zynga. I think the headline of this article here is kind of the key to what Zynga's been doing this week. It's just awful.
Yeah, they keep on coming, and it's not looking too good. They're in a downward spiral, and it doesn't look like they're recovering.
Yeah, it's bad news bears. So who else is there? We talked about Facebook a little bit. They at least got a little bit of positivity coming back, but Facebook is definitely still.
They rallied a little bit, yeah. I think the big news this week for Facebook was like they said that like 83 million of their accounts are either fake or bogus accounts.
83 million of Facebook's accounts are fake or bogus.
Out of their like, I think a couple months ago they said they had 900 million accounts. I think that number went a little up when they did their earnings report. But yeah, they recently this week said that like 83 million of their accounts are bogus.
Huh. That 83 million. I'm trying to think. That sounds like a lot, but is that really? How many Facebook accounts are there?
Like 900 something million.
So okay, so like 9% of them are fake. Fake in what sense? Like they're just
robots,
like, or they're just no content.
Bogus accounts that are duplicates or like.
Oh, okay. That's not so bad though. I mean, considering anyone at any time can just keep making Facebook accounts, I mean that feels okay.
I know that didn't sound that bad to me, but it's just another one of those things where people are gonna latch on, say you're not worth this much.
All those retarded old investors that are just like, I can't handle these crazy tech stocks. I think this is gonna be important. Oh,
you're worth 9% less than what we thought you were worth.
Those jerks, those bastards. So the other tech stocks, I'll be honest, we've been looking at Groupon and Pandora, and I don't really know why. Those were just two I opened on week one, and I just keep opening the same ones. I don't follow these stocks. I have nothing invested in them. I thought about buying some Pandora, but I just can't make any sense of their trending, so I'm just...
No, Groupon just seems to be in a similar downward spiral, just like Zynga. And Pandora's like a slower spiral, if anything. They're more stable.
Pandora, yeah. I mean, they've been teetering around a plus or minus about $1.50 around like the
yeah, they've been around
mark.
The 10 range.
Yeah, 10 is kind of where they've been averaging. So it's okay, but I don't see it as one that's really going to make me a lot of money. I thought Zynga was going to be something that's going to double, triple in 6 months from now.
Double and triple.
It's going to be a while. But the last stock that we're looking at, it's not one we normally look at, but Morgan Stanley, Josh, I know you're a big fan of old MS.
Well, I'm a big fan just because I bought some instead of buying more Zynga. Thank God, because that would have been really, really bad. No, but the financials in general.
Yeah.
It's just like the too big to fail banks.
Yeah. Well, you've been saying that for a while, and at first I thought it was a bunch of hogwash, but it seems to be coming true, and that seems to be your saving grace in investing so far. So
definitely, the banks have definitely helped me a ton.
Yeah, so far, I thought about it the other night, how like percentage-wise, just like, all right now my only investment is Zynga. I'm down a pretty hefty percentage right now. It's pretty bad, man. I think I need to diversify into something else.
Definitely need to
just to make it up.
Professional like hedge funds and everything only put like 5% of whatever in any one stock at a time.
Yeah.
Of their portfolio.
Yeah. They're bigger than me though, man. They're big time investors.
They're bigger than me.
They're significantly larger than me.
They do have a lot more money.
So, we probably should have added another game mode onto here or something. I'm really hoping we get a game reasonably quickly. Josh tried to find a match this morning before we started, and I don't think you actually got one.
I didn't. I was in queue probably for like 30 to 40 minutes.
That is...
I think disgusting. I got it said it found a game probably... Oh, shit. My sound is really loud.
Uh-oh.
We got a game.
Yes, there we go. Yeah, I actually don't have sound the way we have this rigged up. It's a little bit... Oh my god, perfect timing. Perfect timing, Josh.
Look at that. Perfect timing.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, did we ever talk about what we're going to play? Like, what we're actually going to pick?
I'm going Huskar.
You're going Huskar?
He's pretty nasty.
Well, he is definitely pretty nasty, but the question is, what should I pick to lane with you, or should I not lane with you?
You probably should lane with me. I got to turn down my sound, though, because it is crazy loud at the moment.
There's a guy on the other team named Mr. Boner.
Yeah, the names are definitely pretty interesting in this game.
Yeah.
And, you can change it whenever you want to.
Yeah, it's a really interesting
cool.
thing from Valve. That is way different from what I'm used to. We're so used to Blizzard, where you can't change your name, and if you do, it's
or you got to pay for
super expensive, like $25 to edit a
just
string.
Inconvenient. This is just awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's awesome, but at the same time, I don't like it when people have really, really stupid names. Like, how would you ever whisper 3G with the little TM symbol? Like, there seems to be no control for... I'm about to report Mr. Boner just for being a jerk.
Oh, what about the top guy? He's got like a hashtag next to it.
Yeah, what is this? Satan's Playhope. That's great.
Hashtag Playhope.
Hashtag Playhope. All right, so what was the first piece of news? Oh, yes, Josh, of course, the Olympics. That's where we were going to start today.
The Olympics.
And that makes perfect sense.
I think everyone's at least watched or heard of some of the results that have been going on this week in the Olympics.
Absolutely. And we checked this morning, USA leading the medal count 21 to 20 against China. China's number 2.
Yeah, China's number 2. Finally, because I'm pretty sure we've been trailing China this entire week.
Yeah. Last I checked, China was still ahead, so that was a nice little pick-me-up this morning. But I've been watching a pretty good amount of the Olympics, and I have to say archery is surprisingly intense. I kind of don't care about it, but it's pretty cool to watch. Josh, I think I'm going to pick Dazzle and support you. How do you
Look
feel
at
about
this.
that?
I'm like right on Huskar as soon as my game starts.
Perfect.
Like, how perfect is that?
All right, now if I could find Dazzle quickly, because I actually...
and it's a good thing, too, because I can't see half my screen because it's screwed up with this stupid monitor.
Yeah, he's literally, Josh is on like the first LCD monitor I ever got. That thing's at least 10 years old. I mean, I remember my first computer using that monitor.
I'm surprised it works.
Oh, yeah, literally 11 years, man. The first computer had Windows Millennium Edition on it. So 2000.
Millennium, what a crap.
Christmas 2000, dude. That was my first computer. Good stuff. Millennium wasn't a bad operating system, dude. It was much.
Pretty sure that was like the reject. That was the one that they said this is not compatible with like anything.
You might be right. Maybe XP blew it out of the water. Actually, I think you might actually be onto something. Anyway, yes, the Olympics have been quite good. I've been watching the women's soccer. That's my thing, Josh. I'm all about women's soccer, and USA is looking good. I'm a little bit upset about these results, though. We looked this morning, and I actually haven't been keeping up. I watched the beginning of the Brazil-Japan game, and it was 0-0 when I turned it off. And lo and behold, we checked today, and it says that...
Oh my god, yeah, when we checked the results today, I did not think what was going to happen. Can we spoil it? Should we say it?
Probably. I mean, I feel like if you didn't watch it now, you probably don't care all that much.
Yes, I guess there will be, like, the finals are, like, either tomorrow or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't believe this NBC didn't update these brackets.
Yeah, the brackets, I don't understand how they could not update them.
But when you click on them, you can see their games.
Right. So,
soon as
it
the
says
page
Brazil
loads.
lost to Japan 0-2.
Mm-hmm.
Which is an upset in my book, but like you said, Japan won the Women's World Cup.
Japan, yeah, they won the Women's World Cup. They beat USA for it.
Yeah, okay, I remember that, actually. I watched it. It went down to a shootout. I think it was a 0-0 game, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It went out to overtime. I think it went to overtime, and then they beat them in overtime.
Oh, it didn't go into yeah, you might be right. Yeah, actually, I think Wambach scored a goal.
Yeah, we were winning. Yeah, USA was winning.
Yeah.
And then,
I sort of remember. It's a little bit. That was a while ago. That was at least
that was
3
like
years
2
ago.
years ago.
Yeah. But anyway, the Olympics have been going pretty well, though. The big debacle, though, that you were talking about, what was the empty seats.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if you saw, like in some of the women's games I know, you were like, they would show the audience and they would just be not there.
They would show the audience, and I actually did notice that, though, in some of the games where like, wow, that stadium's actually not sold out. So what does that mean? I mean, does NBC not like that just because it is sort of like bad PR? That like
it just looks bad because people are trying to get tickets and everything, and they said they released them and they sold them out, and they were trying to blame the sponsors because apparently sponsors get tickets that they distribute through contests or to people they know and family and everything, and so they were trying to blame them, and they ended up just filling some of the seats actually with like service members. They would invite in and be like, you can sit here, and there are some pictures and everything on the internets that you can see. So they've been trying to fill those seats. They like apparently released another batch of tickets
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for some sports. I can't imagine. I mean, they don't even show the stands for stuff like archery and like swimming. They just show close-ups of people. They don't usually show like. I mean, last night we were watching Michael Phelps' mom. That was the whole thing. That was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah, she does go crazy. Michael Phelps.
Every time he does something. Then last night he won. What was that the long? No, he won something last night, and she was just like, she had her head down. I was like, oh my god, did she die? Did she have a heart attack? Because finally all this like excitement got into her. I guess she was just so relieved that little Michael won. So nice to see. But the other interesting thing that we noticed in the Olympics, or that's been talked about, like you were saying, Josh, that China is number 2 in gold medals, but the women are actually kind of carrying them, and same in the USA, where right now, like, what do you say? China has like 60% of their medals are accounted for by their women's sports.
Yeah, their women are like carrying their team.
That is insane.
And I haven't looked at the USA. It's possible for the US too.
I mean, we do have good women's stuff, so I would believe it.
We do have pretty good women swimmers. Our swimmers are like amazing.
I mean, we saw one of them win last night. So
yeah, Missy Franklin is like the 17-year-old girl that's
the
just
one with the
like,
shoulders that are just like.
Oh my god.
I saw her on TV. The first thing I said was like, oh my god. I mean, she's like really lean, but her shoulders are just. She looks like, I don't even know. She could just break me in half, man. Just bear claw my body down. Like, it's insane. Those swimmers, man. Dem swimmers.
Them swimmers.
Wow.
But yeah, track and field coming up this week.
Yeah, oh yeah, track and field. Yeah, I know a lot of people are excited about track and field. Everyone at work was talking about that. Everyone at work was just like, I said something about them, and they're like, I'm just holding out for the track and field. I'm like, really? You guys are really into watching people run? I'm not into the track and field. It's not my thing. I don't know.
I love the track. Did you see that there's this, let me see if it's still on my thing. Blade Runner is what they call him. If you look at my screen, this is a guy.
Oh, yeah. The guy with the I don't know what those things do. He's an amputee.
Yeah.
Of sorts.
And I think he qualified like the semifinals, or he made it to the semifinals.
Yeah. See, the interesting thing about that, though, is does it give him any kind of advantage at all? Or is it absolutely 100%, if anything, he's at a disadvantage? You know, not to sound insensitive, but
yeah, that was the big thing.
I mean, those little things are super flexible. So I could imagine if you hit him right, you could. I mean, does he have a longer stride than everyone else? It's just an interesting. They ruled it like I guess they had a whole committee for that though, and they said it was okay.
They said it was okay. He's allowed to.
So has that been agreed upon for the most part? I mean, I think the problem is if he wins. If he wins, then that's rough because people, inevitably will say, well, it's because of your thing.
Yeah, he tried to qualify for the U.S. team, I believe, and he didn't make it. And he's actually running for South Africa, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
So that's definitely something to keep your eye out.
Yeah.
See his performance because it could definitely change the sport.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, that's sort of similar to what you were talking about last night with swimming, how in China there was the bodysuits that you could wear.
Oh, the bodysuits, yeah.
And how they're banned now. That was pretty cool.
Oh, did you heal me?
Yeah, I'm just going to play hard support. Take a couple creep kills here and there. I'm going to try and harass back Tinker. So, but yeah, I mean, overall the Olympics have been okay. Last night we saw an error in production, though. Well, it seemed like an error. It's hard to say if it was actually an accident, but the race was like almost over. I mean, like a third of a second left, and it was really close, and then it just fades out and goes to a commercial, and we were both just like, Like, the girl was really close to breaking a world record, and then it just stopped. And then you were talking about, was the opening ceremony, right, where they cut to a commercial by mistake?
Yeah, it's like NBC. There's like a whole like Twitter thing and like news reports on like NBC. It's like hashtag NBC fail, or like they call like Australia part of like Europe, and I think the North Korean women's soccer team, when they came out, they had the South Korean flag.
Oh yeah, I did.
And that was a big deal where they like walked off and didn't play for like a couple hours.
I can understand why. I mean, that's really, especially those two countries in particular. That is a big boo boo.
Yeah.
Because there's all sorts of drama in that part of the world. Wow. I forgot about that.
So yeah, there are a lot of NBC fails since they are handling all the production for the Olympics.
Yeah. for better or for worse. We were kind of talking about that last night. What was the other thing you said about the financial part, where NBC thinks they might actually be able to break even, which is
Yeah, despite all the fails, they're having like record viewers and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, they spent like 1.1 billion on the rights from the Olympics.
Yeah, that's insane. And then plus all the costs of production and everything, all the people and camera work and everything. So that's pretty incredible. That's actually pretty amazing. But so how much production coverage do they actually have? Is it totally worldwide, all NBC, or is it only in like, the Americas?
It's probably just in Americas. I can't see them being in.
Yeah, because NBC doesn't. Yeah,
everything.
he's not. Or he. They're not in. Yeah, they're not in other countries. At least not that I know of. Maybe in Canada.
Maybe in Canada.
Maybe in Canada. So, but it's been fun. I mean, I'm actually not huge on sports like that much, other than esports. I mean, real sports. But anything like the World Cup or the Olympics, or if there's anything with soccer, I can get behind it. I've really been enjoying watching the women's soccer, supporting the team. It's really fun once you get to know the players. I'm pretty invested in Hope Solo and Alex Morgan.
The goalie.
Back. I know all their
No,
names,
you like
man.
never see Hope Solo because she's the goalie.
I know, that's what they always talk about. They always interview Hope Solo, and they always talk about Hope. What's it like staying mentally in the game when you have nothing to do? And she's like, well, it's really difficult. You know, I have to stay mentally prepared. It's one of the hardest games are the ones when I only touch the ball twice. And you're just like, wow, Hope, you are so sexy. Where did that come from?
Wow, Hope.
She really is, man. Have you seen her? Like, you look at her
I have
face,
seen her,
and
yeah.
she's just like, I'm gonna heel bomb this guy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we're killing him. Okay, I'm gonna slow him right away.
Are we? I don't have boots, so I can't really run.
Dude, he'll be slow for 2 seconds.
Just don't dial me, bro.
I hope not. I don't think Tinker has enough damage to just nuke me.
Don't dial me.
Come on, Hano, buddy, don't let me down.
Wait, who's got a...
Alright, just kill this guy straight up.
This guy's got a bottle.
Got him!
I'm hitting this guy too.
Oh my god, I don't have a slow. If I had more mana, we could probably get him. I don't have the cooldown anyway. Alright, good job, man. That was well done.
I think that guy's pretty bad.
Yeah.
He was their guy that was like...
Oh yeah, he just ran in there. Yeah, he was typing. Oh, I wasn't even looking. I don't care. You know what they say, Josh?
Kills kill.
Well, oh god, he's someone behind. Pudge!
Oh, double damage, Pudge.
Oh god.
Okay,
Oh my god. I'm trying to port out.
Are you?
Yeah,
We
I'm
can
done.
run. We can run.
I'm running.
You can run.
I'm out.
Why'd you port out?
I was scared.
You could have just ran.
It's okay. Don't worry, Josh. I got this.
You were okay just running. I was here for you.
Well, I appreciate that.
I actually have a heal that I could throw on you.
I actually kind of wanted to port back anyway, because I needed to buy a Guardian ring that I can't buy at the side shop.
Hope I don't die now.
Alright, I'm just going to go level 1 Shell Grip. Okay, so anything else about the Olympics? That covers a lot of it. I know archery was cool. There was an upset where we upset the South Koreans, who are just like, they are machines, dude. They are so good at archery. It's very strange. Oh, what a juke from Husker.
See that? Saw that coming.
I saw that juke right there. I saw that big play. It's all about those boots, man.
Dude, I picked up those boots just for Pudge.
There you go. There you go. All right, no, we can kill Tinky. If he's
no,
going to die,
can't.
yes, we
Hurting.
can. Oh, he's dead.
I got boots. Never mind. We're going to kill him.
Good job. So, oh, God.
Oh. I'm going to heal you.
All right, I have my thing on. He can't kill me. I'm immortal or whatever. Oh, I should have slowed him. All right, stay on him. Stay on him.
Run and gun.
I'm going to back up. I can't take him. Maybe I should have manned up. I'm sorry. I got scared again.
You got scared. Yeah, I was taking the hits. You're probably okay.
Yep, my bad.
Don't worry, AC. I forgive you.
I'm 2-0, man. I'm not doing too bad. Here, I'll heal us.
Ow, that hurt.
Ouch, Tink. I'm going to have to go back now. Wait, do you have a heal?
I do,
I got a mana
but
ring.
I'm low
Here,
too.
heal me, and then I'll heal both of us with my thing. There you go, buddy.
Wait, who the heck? Blood Hunter got him. Go in.
Oh, shit. Yeah, team.
Peace.
All right, awesome. So, yeah, absolutely. So, anything else about the Olympics? I don't know if I have anything else on.
I don't know.
The US
It's
dominating.
I'm just excited. I kind of want to see Usain Bolt win. See if he's still the fastest man in the world.
Yeah. Well, that's true. I mean, I see why you like track and field. You used to run track, and I see why people like it. I was never really into track. Oh God, Pudge.
Pudge.
What are you doing up here, buddy?
One time he's going to do it.
Yeah, but wasn't he mid? Did he just like lose mid? And
He was mid. Now he's not
now
anymore.
they just like don't have a good mid, and our Bloodhunter's getting farmed. Oh, that's fantastic. This is looking like it might be a win, Josh. Feeling good. Oh no!
Oh! I can't help
I'll
it.
be okay. He can't kill me for another 3 seconds, but he's gonna get me.
I'm gonna get him.
Good.
I should get him.
Come on, little doggy. Oh!
What?
Oh man, and he's still alive.
Oh my
Damn,
god.
that Pudge just wrecked us. Oh, that
How
was
did he live
embarrassing.
that?
That was embarrassing. So, all right, what's next on the news? On that note, Josh, we need to move on to another piece of
Yeah,
news.
I should alt tab and
So
look
let's
at
see
this.
what's next here. So, next one, I actually didn't read this article. 3D print of guns to make gun laws irrelevant. Josh, give us the lowdown.
Yeah, dude, that was a big thing that I saw this week because of 3D printers. Apparently, they're going to be able to. You're going to be able to like 3D print like a bunch of stuff in the future.
So,
And
well, let's start on a lower level. 3D printers. I know what they are, but does the average person know what they are? How exactly do they work? And what... I know you're limited on the type of objects. I mean, it's basically a printer that prints in 3 dimensions, so it's like a big box.
Mm-hmm.
And it has some sort of just like dummy filler. It's like some sort of plastic synthetic thing.
yeah, right now you like the old ones did like in cornstarch and everything, so you could just do like basic models.
Right.
But like in the future, they're going to like send up the space station and everything, so that they can like etch anything.
So it's
Like just like
okay.
3D model like a tool if they need it or whatever.
So it's kind of, I mean, really, to reference Star Trek, it's sort of like a primitive replicator is pretty much what they're working on here.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you don't watch Star Trek, so you don't really know what a replicator is per se, but I'm sure you can use your imagination. So, all right, that's interesting. So they think that they'll be able to print guns via 3D printers.
Well, the big thing is that this guy apparently made like the CAD drawings to
Uh-huh.
make the receiver, I think it's called, of a gun, which is the part of the gun that's actually legally considered the gun,
Okay.
and it has a serial number for the gun.
Oh, that's... yeah.
So that was pretty big because that it's just a CAD drawing. So
But
anyone with it could just like access it, and then if they have the printer in the future, they could just print it.
Absolutely. So, but when you say the future, I mean, how far in the future are we talking here? I mean, how far advanced is this technology? Is this like 5 years out, 10 years out, or
Probably
don't
like
even
they
have
have
an
them
idea.
right now. But, like you can buy them for like $1,000.
that? But that could use this like CAD file to actually print out that part
It
of the
probably
gun.
wouldn't be that big of a 3D printer, and I'm not sure what it would do as far as like material wise.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't looked into buying 3D printers.
Well-
But they're definitely they can do it right now because the guy just did it. They're capable right now. It's just a matter of like how much money you want to spend
Oh
on it.
god. Oh my god. I actually thought that he might be trying to hook me, and right as I thought it, he did it. That was so unfortunate. I need to pay more attention, Josh. So what's the deal with the law? That just would totally, I guess. I mean, I know that it's a really big deal to scratch the serial number off of a gun. I mean, that's like a felony. Like you go to jail for a significant amount of time. And everything. Oh, he's got enough for a hook. Uh-oh. Oh, big Oscar.
Oh my god, he got me anyway.
But Tinker's got heat-seeking missiles. What a cheater.
Oh, and Skeleton King's down here too.
Oh, Josh, we were winning, but then we started losing.
That's because no one's coming top.
Yeah.
He came top once.
All right, and I've been leveling aggressively, man. I want all poison touch. All right, come up here, and we can... If they want to get aggressive on this tower, we can do something. I can actually put out a lot of damage right now. I have a stun. So, interesting.
But yeah, if you can do that, then theoretically you should be able to like just reprint everything of a gun, and then like,
Yeah.
what's the point
Well, what's
of gun laws?
Yeah, you can just... But I'm sure you're at least somewhat limited on the complexity of the gun. I mean, probably you could do handguns, but not, you know, like an AK-47 or something. You know,
Hopefully.
I mean, I guess there might be some wishful thinking involved there, but I don't know. That's interesting. That's definitely food for thought. I mean, I know 3D printers are pretty intense and are pretty cool. I looked at them in that technology entrepreneurship class that you sat in on that one time, Josh.
Oh yeah, I actually got to use one, like 4, 8, 4, 5, like 6 years ago. Actually, now I think about it.
Wow. I'm afraid
Because
Pudge is...
colleges like had these things. The one I did was in cornstarch.
Oh, okay.
You add stuff in cornstarch.
So what did you make? Just like a part?
Just like gear. You do it like in CAD, and then you just load up the file, and then you print it, and it takes a little bit, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. They had pretty cool examples of shit you could print out.
Yeah, we've got a guy up here, Blood Hunter.
Thing is, I don't know who we would kill pretty easily.
I don't know. I'm just gonna deny and try to get the lane back. Blood Hunter.
We need them to come forward.
Yeah. We should probably just pressure this tower since they're like so defensive in the lane.
Where's Pudge though? Where is
Yeah,
Pudge?
I'm really scared actually. I don't know where he is. This Pudge is super sneaky.
He is trying to be sneaky.
He's like not even really. I guess he's starting to play well. What's his score? He's 4-3, so he's been somewhat successful. He's level 10, so I guess he's doing a good job.
At least this guy creep pulled.
All right, yeah, that's true.
We're playing against a bounty hunter too.
God, I hate bounty hunters so much. So, well, that's scary, man. I don't like guns. Guns have always freaked me out. Anytime someone's ever just like, been like, hey, man, you want to go shoot some guns? I'm like, nah, man, I'm not into that. Dude, I used to... Oh, God, Blood Hunter is getting wrecked.
Oh, my God.
Totally tunnel visioned on that tower. Oh, God, poor Blood Hunter.
It's not like we could have done much. What the heck is that?
That's Ancient Apparition. His ult's global like that. It's like if that's the area, it shows you what area it's going to come in because it's really powerful, so you don't want to stand in that little thing. It's one of those, it's kind of like Geomancer's ult. Totally tunnel visioned on those last hits. Not that upset about it, to be honest. Alright.
We could probably blown him up. I should have left on him.
Yeah, you should have. I was trying to get him. If you'd slowed him, I would have been able to slow him too. Yeah, we're at the point now where if we catch anyone, I can just ult them and destroy their armor. And
Watch out, they come behind.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. God damn it. Man, they came out of fucking nowhere.
God damn, we need a ward.
Yeah, I was not...
That was invisibility, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't see him on the minimap until, like, they were right there. But
I'm pretty sure one had invisibility, and the other guy just ran in.
Maybe we should just roam, man, instead of farming.
Probably should just roam.
Since our team doesn't... Well, they're coming up here now, but... Alright.
Oh, look at him. He's popping his thing.
Important up. Oh, big Sand King.
Did he live?
Yeah, he did. I'm coming.
I'm coming too. I'm so slow, though.
There we go. Got one. I think Skeleton King's going to live.
No.
So what do we have next here? What's next on the news? Getting off track. Next thing we have... Oh, ISPs talking about cracking down on piracy. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that was interesting because it's something they're voluntarily doing. Since technically SOPA and the other one didn't pass.
Yeah.
Obama appointed someone, and yeah, they were looking at voluntarily having your ISPs cooperate with cracking down piracy and just all the other stuff. Oh my God, we probably should stand and kill that.
I can't tank it for that long though.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, sorry, I had a heal, but oh God.
I don't know what happened. I don't know how that time back works where I get like flashback.
It's like him and you, it's like a dice roll and then the two of you meet in the middle somewhere, kind of like Gauntlet.
Oh, yeah, that was no good.
So it's, sometimes he gets closer to you and sometimes you get closer to him. It's pretty...
I probably denied that tower too, wow.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We should have manned up on it a little more. I couldn't really tank it much longer though. So yeah, and that when I saw that was the first thing I thought. I was like, interesting. So SOPA was gonna force them to do this, and now they're doing it voluntarily. So the first thought was, why? There has to be something they're getting out of it. Is it a government kickback? Is it a tax break? What?
That was the big question. Why they're going to voluntarily do it?
Right.
Because technically they don't have to, and yeah, they legally have like no responsibility. Like right now, if you pirate stuff, you get like warnings and everything. Your ISP sends you warnings,
Right. And really what it comes down to most of the time is just going over your bandwidth cap, which is the big thing with torrenting. And that's when they flag you. It's not even because you're torrenting, it's more because you're just sucking too much bandwidth. At least that's the way I understand.
Oh, down here, Pudge.
Is that an illusion?
No, that's the real Pudge.
Oh, he's got a haste, though.
Oh, back up, watch. Back up.
Yeah, I'm going back.
Oh, why am I so slow? What the heck?
Oh, no.
Dude, I didn't know it had that long a range.
Oh, no, he's gonna eat me. He's gonna get stunned, though.
Wow, yeah, I didn't think that Doom guy had that long a range.
Sinking. The Doom guy, you mean Chaos Knight?
Chaos Knight, yeah.
Alright, why are these all invalid?
Oh, he got Pudge, nice.
Where can I put it? There we go. Oh, what? What's the stupid... I failed that ward, Josh. Oh god, Bounty Hunter, I'm coming. Nice. Beautiful.
Nice. The Ancient Apparition is laying some good things.
Yeah, this guy's on the level. Let's push this tower, man. It's low. Can we take 2 here? Pudge and Bounty Hunter dead?
Nice.
We might be able to if the team wants to, but they're all gonna.
I went top, yeah.
They're all gonna back up.
I need a farm.
Oh no.
I was doing well in the beginning, but now I
Don't
just
leave
like.
me! Don't leave me! Don't leave me! Why are you leaving me? Guys, we can take that fight. What? It was a 4v3. Ugh.
No mana.
Doesn't matter. Like I mean, I had. These guys both have mana. Look at this. All right. Anyway. So I don't know. We'll see. I guess there isn't too much on that ISP thing. That's more of one of those kind of announcements, news pieces, more so than like a formalized plan.
Yeah, we'll see what they'll do in the future. See if they'll crack down on more, since they have been going after. The FBI went after Mega Upload, and the Pirate Bay got shut down in the UK. So they are cracking down on it.
Yeah, the Pirate Bay though. I mean, they've been having problems since they started. I mean, like there have been so many issues. I mean, that was the big thing with one of the things with SOPA was the USA trying to claim like international jurisdiction on other countries because the Pirate Bay is hosted, or for a while at least, it was hosted in Sweden. So you know, how's the USA going to stop that? Even though there's all that. That's all a big headache. So you're right though. I mean, people are starting to get serious about it. I mean, I think there's very little debate that against that copyright infringement is, you know, a lot of people take it seriously. I think. Come to me, don't run away.
I'm going bottom.
Alright. You know, but I think everyone kind of agrees that intellectual property is pretty important and needs to be protected. It's just a matter of how do we protect it appropriately. Oh, that guy just
Wait, no. He's come back.
Yeah.
You serious?
He's gonna get stunned. He's gonna get stunned too. Beautiful. Nice. I don't know what they were doing though. Oh, here comes Bounty Hunter.
You want some?
Now Tinky's gonna get it?
Now Tinky, whoa, these guys just like decide to split up like crazy.
Yeah, these guys just decided to throw like as hard as possible. And now this guy's gonna come in. What is he thinking? What are you thinking, dude?
What were they thinking?
What were they thinking? They just ran in one at a time.
It was just like, it was just a line. Like, and they were just like, okay, who wants to die now? Me.
I don't want to play anymore,
Who's next?
guys.
Me.
Yeah, like, I don't even want to play. This game's stupid. It's all suicide.
Because they were definitely pretty beefy. If they came all at us at once, it would have been scary.
Yeah, it really would have been.
Pink just DC'd.
Uh-oh. Should we pause? We actually kind of need him. I think Ancient Apparition is pretty good.
He was doing the best.
He's... Alright.
I don't know how to pause. You would have to do it.
It's F9, but I'm farming.
But I'm farming.
But I'm playing Farmville. I want to play The Sims Online with Zynga.
I probably should.
Right,
Just to boot Zynga. Let me look at what we have next.
So, okay. As I say, we have plenty of news. I think this timing's going to work out pretty well based on the amount of news we have in one game. This is actually not looking so bad. Alright, good, you reconnected.
Might win.
We have a chance at winning this game. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel really good. So what else do we have here? India power grid leaving 600 million without power. 600 million people without power.
That was another big story I saw because they had like this was like their second blackout on the week. Like they had a first one that was small, and then this one was like the big end. And to give you like an idea on how many people like 600 million is, that's twice the size of the U.S. population.
Yeah, dude. That's I think that's right. America actually the estimate's about 300 million. So. Wow, that's our entire country 2x without power. That's insane.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And for how long was it? I mean, was it for a pretty extended period?
It was for like maybe a day at most. They
Still, I mean, that means everything shuts down though.
Yep. Everything was shut down.
I mean,
and they just had pictures of like traffic because the big thing was like traffic lights not working.
Oh god.
And so yeah, it was just a mess everywhere.
Wow.
And it was caused because they have a really old infrastructure on like the power grid and everything.
Right.
I'm not with you guys right now wherever you are.
I'm on my way, but I'm not there.
But also because of the way they allocate power, a lot of people were like taking more than they should be.
Like rich people or just
states in general.
Oh, okay.
How they have their like system broken to grids where you have a certain amount of power per state. People are taking more than they were supposed to be taking, and so eventually,
so the whole infrastructure just crashed.
It just collapsed, under the burden. And yeah, there are like 3 power grids failed and everything, and it's just nasty to have that happen.
I'm trying to give you Mana Sand King, but you don't seem interested.
He doesn't want it.
He doesn't want it.
He doesn't want your man.
He turned around. Yeah, well, that's really unfortunate. So how did they end up fixing it? I
think it just took some time.
They just had to. But it sounds like that's not something that you can fix easily, though. They just patched it and allocate some of the power, but they still have a terribly old infrastructure for an absurdly large population.
Yeah, I think they started loading up like coal mines. Oh no, wait, I had to save coal mine workers. Never mind. Because you can imagine the headaches of just having the entire power at hospitals and everything.
Yeah, I mean, that means you have like no emergency service. I mean, you have no. Everything. That's really incredible. I mean, in the United States, that would just be crippling. I mean, that would be absolutely.
If the entire U.S. went out power, oh my God, I can't imagine.
There would be riots everywhere. People would just. I can't even imagine either, man. It would be out of control.
Why these creeps randomly walk up?
I'm getting some magic armor, Josh. I'm afraid of this pudge.
Oh, me too. I'm gonna get lifesteal though.
Yeah, you should. I think we're in okay shape. I'm just ricing up top since this is an empty lane.
I was ricing too, and I will continue to rice. Okay, so a little bit on Romney because
a little bit on Romney.
I gotta pick on Romney because he's just fun to pick on.
He's just fun to pick on. Well, he actually is fun to pick on. That's the sad part.
So apparently he's going to announce his vice president.
Oh no! Someone actually agreed to it.
Via an app.
So
no one's agreed to it yet. It's not out yet. But
is it free?
He's going to announce it on an app. Wow, that guy's good.
There's 3 of them top. They came for me. So yeah, it's good you kill somebody.
They came for me.
They came for me, man. They really did. So, do you have to buy it, or?
I'm pretty sure it's free.
Okay. So what? But why? What is the purpose of releasing your VP via app?
I don't know. Besides getting people to buy your app, and probably so you can like
send them
tweet messages and everything else.
Yeah, make stuff pop up right away. Yeah. But wow, that is
social reach out. Yeah.
All right, I'm on my way. I'm a little slow. I'm late to the party, man, but I'm coming. We can turn when I get here. I ulted him.
I don't know what that
might want to turn. It lowers their armor. You're gonna hit hard. Here, stay. Just stay. Yeah,
he's not going back.
Oh no, Hyper! No! Oh, no, he hooked you.
Let's just land those hooks.
Yeah. Heal bomb him. Yeah, sorry, I was trying to come back, but he hooked you just out of range.
I didn't think it was going to have an angle, that hook.
that was a pretty intense hook.
Watch out, there's... Yeah, front. That guy's nasty. And he's got full health.
We're actually kind of wrecking him, dude. This Ancient Apparition is sick.
Yeah, I don't know. He could have probably fought your guys and killed Ancient Apparition, or at least made him back.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Still.
He just decided to run and get slowed.
Yeah, our Ancient Apparition is def's pretty good. Everyone's running top. So, wow, that is interesting. That is interesting. Are there any leads on who his VP is actually going to be? I mean,
I don't think anyone knows.
Has anyone shown any remote interest at all?
I don't think so.
I mean, I can't imagine. I wouldn't want to be his VP.
I wouldn't want to be his VP.
I mean, it's Romney.
Yeah, and his whole like tour he was doing of like European countries. I don't think that went so well as far as like news-wise.
What was the point? He was just going to go to Europe and just talk to people and show how cultured he is and whatnot?
Yeah, show his political skill. Because, yeah, that's something you have to do as the president. You have to go to the other country and talk to other people.
But where did he talk to important people or just like go talk to people?
Well, he went to talked to like a little bit last week. How he went to London for the Olympics and everything.
Oh yeah, well that's something that we talked about last week, where he was sort of like critical of the Olympics, saying it seemed like Britain had like bit off more than they could chew or whatever he said.
Yeah, and then he went to Israel and he said he was prepared to like do harsher things to make sure Iran doesn't get nuclear weapons. I'm pretty sure, or to stop their nuclear program.
I mean that's cool, and that might be a good thing, but why say that when you're over there for like positive PR? That's not like a PR thing.
Yeah, I don't know. And then the Romney team tried to spin it and say, what really cares about matters back at home and everything, so...
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, man. How great would it be to be, like, a politician publicist? Like, that has to be a fun job. I mean, you can say whatever you want. You can get away with anything. Well, you can't get away with anything, but you can try anything. You'd be like, all right, guys. All right, guys, I've got an idea for this spin here. I mean, it's got to be fun. It's got to be like one of those creative jobs, you know, have a couple beers, sit in the brainstorming room. All right, guys, how can we save Romney's ass this time?
How can we make this sound not stupid?
How can we make Romney sound like an American hero instead of an American zero? Wow. Took it to the next level there. So that's great. Are there been any other... Oh, God, that was such a long hook. I'm going to survive it, though, at least for now. I've got another few seconds. Big dazzle. Oh, Bounty Hunter got me. No.
Oh, dude, Bounty Hunter, he's so gay. Bounty Hunter's gonna come up.
He is. That's a man-up Bounty Hunter. He ain't afraid of no ghosts. Nor is Tinker. Look at this guy right here. Boom, shakalaka. Uh-oh. Bloodseeker's dead. No good. This Leoric popped back up, and he's wrecking faces. Look at this big Sand King. Sand King's gonna explode. There you go. You got this.
Damn.
Oh no, Josh, do you have the deeps?
I don't know which one's the real one.
Yeah, we won. 9 people died in that fight.
Did I even kill anyone? I don't think I killed anyone.
Oh man, well we won. That's all that matters, buddy.
That's all that matters.
So, is there anything else in politics this week? I feel like this wasn't a big week for politics. Like
it was all about the Olympics.
Yeah, the Olympics overshadow anything that might be coming out.
Yeah, Obama's been going defensive though. The offensive against Romney.
Really?
He's been running a bunch of ads and everything, saying he's out of touch.
We did see one last night, actually.
Yeah, they just keep on. Yeah, he was running during the Olympics.
Yeah.
Both candidates have been running stuff during the Olympics.
We totally saw one last night, and like Obama's doing the like hardcore, like emotional ones where it's literally just Obama talking. He's like, some people care about your interests, others don't, and those others look just like Mitt Romney.
I'm not sure how good Mitt Romney would be at talking on his commercials.
Yeah, I mean, luckily for Obama, he is a really good public speaker. So
he is. That's something he definitely has going for him. I remember some people called him like he has like a Steve Jobs-esque quality when he goes up there and gives a speech.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad analogy. Honestly, I mean. it's kind of true. When you listen to him talk, he is very convincing. I mean, half of the stuff he says is a load of bullshit, but it doesn't really matter. It still sounds good.
It just sounds good.
It sounds so. I think the thing with Obama that a lot of people like is he sounds pretty genuine. He's really good with that genuine tone, you know.
He is, and Romney's not.
He really is.
Romney really isn't.
And it's just like they might be kind of. I mean, in my mind, they're sort of comparable. I mean, they're both big box politicians that are pretty much owned by the same corporations.
Wow, look at that guy just going in there.
I'm not gonna die though. I've got my thing on. Oh god, I might die. Never mind, I'm dead. If I had not been stunned for fucking 4 seconds, I probably would have lived.
Am I going to get any of these kills?
Probably not, but we're gonna win the fight, I think. Oh no, wait.
There's
it's
one.
a 3 for 3. It's a 3 for.
I got a double kill. That's all that matters.
Dude, if that's stunned, like the thing with Chaos Knight, like all of his abilities are a dice roll, so his stun is either like I forget what the range is. It's 2 to 5 seconds or something like that. So, like, sometimes it's real bad, sometimes it's real good. And I think he got a 4 on me. So...
That sounds nasty.
But, yeah.
Sounds like I should play him.
So nothing else. Nothing else in the way of...
Not yet. I mean, this is like the calm before the storm. I think later in August is when...
Some debates start?
No, it's when Congress takes its, like, summer break or whatever.
Oh, okay. When do the debates start, actually, for the election? Because I really like watching the debates, and it's kind of my thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch them, but I don't know exactly when they start, but... Election's November, so gotta start soon after August.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, how many debates are there, though? Are there... I can't remember how it works. Are there, like, 2 or 3 big ones, or are there just a lot of them in general in all these different places?
I think there's a lot of them in general. Like, basically all the news stations have, like, their own debate.
Oh, okay. I remember watching the CNN one with all the candidates, with Wolf Blitzer. And Herman Cain. Oh, well, thanks for that question, Blitz. I mean, Wolf, I'm so sorry about that, Wolf. I'm like...
Oh yeah, calm, trying to be all normal
Cain.
people.
I'm so glad Herman Cain dropped out. That guy was a cheeseball deluxe, man. Like you think Romney's bad, man. Herman Cain was literally the worst option up there. Well, no, Bachman was the worst option up there, I think. But a close second to Bachman for sure. Oh, God, Bachman. What's she doing right now? I thought I saw an article, something about her, like... What was it? What is her
I
position?
can actually tell you what article that was.
Is she a senator, though?
She was in the news because she was part of the Congress. She was part of a group that signed a petition that accused Hillary Clinton's secretary of being part of the Muslim Brotherhood because Hillary Clinton's secretary is Muslim.
Okay.
And basically because of that they accused... Oh shit, I'm gonna die.
No, you're not. I'm here, buddy. Oh god, you might die, because I might die. Uh-oh, we're turning it,
I'm not backing down, not backing down.
Don't back down. Don't back down. Never give up, never surrender. Big dazzle. Oh, there's Bounty Hunter. I got my poison on him. Nice, you got him.
Leapt on him.
Yeah,
See that leap?
So much damage right there. Ooh, that was a good team fight, dude. A 1 for 5. Look at that. Big Dota.
Somehow pulling it back, yeah.
Dude, this is good stuff.
This
Not
is
gonna lie,
really good.
I did good that fight, man. I done did good.
You done did good. I just stood my ground. I didn't do anything. I just stood there and auto attacked someone.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's all you got to do with Huskar. So
that's what to do.
I guess that's it with politics, though. Not much to talk about this week, other than just regular old. Oh god, we should probably back up. There's a lot of them up, and I'm kind of low on mana. Well, we could probably still finish this tower.
Bloodseeker wants to go.
It's a 4v3 right now.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna try and keep him alive. We should.
I took down the tower.
All right,
Are we out? Are we out?
Yeah, I'm gone. I'm done.
I'm running. Jig's up.
Yep. Razzle me dazzle. All right, we're out. That was good.
Oh, book trolls.
We're both trolls, Josh. We fit in. Yeah, dude. We gotta start doing teams that were purely for aesthetics. An all troll team, and all mount team, all archers.
All mount team, all archers.
I like all archers, dude. You can only play if you have a bow and arrow. That's it. So it's just gonna be like Windrunner, Dro, Mirana.
Yeah, they're a decent amount of people with arrows.
There's actually a lot of archers in this game.
Sniper, does he count?
Sniper's not an archer. He's a gunman, Josh.
Okay. I want to see if maybe he qualified in your book.
Nah. All right, here's one that I want to talk about next, and this was my addition to News Report this week, and it's about video games. World of Warcraft is still kind of tanking, and I mean, that's not really news that they've been losing subscribers, but it's starting to get bad. You know, for a while, the problem with WoW was that they weren't growing, and that was the big concern. Everyone's like, all right, they finally plateaued, and what was their peak? Like, was it 12 million?
It was something like that. I have it.
Yeah, but it was pretty good, you know, and that was sort of their peak, and it's like, all right, well, that's still really good for MMO. WoW had a good run, all this stuff. They're finally declining, and actually, let me pull up this article here. And how many subs they lose? Yeah, they lost 1.1 million subscribers last quarter. It brings them down to 9.1 million players. So that's still a lot. And they still have a ridiculously dedicated player base. And of course, Mr. Pandaria is coming out in like 2 months. September 25th is the official date for that. So that will probably boost that back up a little bit. And I'm actually kind of curious. Do you know if there's like a trend before other expansions have been released that their subscribers kind of dip down right before, and then like the calm before the storm, as you put it?
Yeah. I'm sure that that's part of it. The other part is they released Diablo numbers, and the Diablo numbers are like ridiculous. They said
how many
Diablo
sales or whatever?
Oh, hold on, I'm getting wrecked.
Oh god, I'm gonna throw my thing on you. You can't die. Go, balls to the wall. I lowered their armor. Alright, he's dead. He's so dead. Heal bomb! Oh, I was trying to chaos it.
You're trying to chaos it.
I was trying.
The big thing was they released Diablo numbers, and they sold like 10 million Diablo.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Which, if you think about it, that's $60 a game.
Yeah, that is a lot of money.
And they did say that about 1.2 million were from the annual WoW Pass deal.
Seth did that, yeah, 1.2 million. Yeah, there you go. I mean, that was actually a really good deal if you're one that would play WoW. I mean, even if you play WoW for like 6 months on that, it's still a good deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see why a lot of people did it. I mean, that was actually a pretty good promotion.
So yeah, with 10 million people though buying that game, you gotta think that they took a bunch of that 1.2 million. It's coming from people just changed their game to from WoW to Diablo.
That's a really good point. I mean, there were a lot of people that played WoW that played Diablo 2 for a long period, so makes perfect sense to me. And that's actually something I didn't really think about with this article. I was thinking more of the decline right before the expansion, but I think you make a good point. That is something else we brought up, I guess, when D3 released in probably episode 2 or 3, where Blizzard's kind of cannibalizing their own stuff now with D3, stealing people from... I mean, for a while they were saying StarCraft numbers were suffering a lot because everyone was playing D3. And I mean, of course, so in Han, you know, Moon Meander not doing anything but playing Diablo 3. Dude, Moon was so intense with Diablo 3, he had to sell his entire character before DreamHack to, like, get in the zone to practice Han.
Oh, I'm killing everyone.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm a little late to the party here. I threw you guys a heal. Bounty Hunter's
Oh, I definitely... Oh, shit, Bounty Hunter killed me. I'm about to get an eye for Bounty Hunter. I don't like this guy.
Yeah, I was trying to give you the thing, but...
He's being sneaky. He's being sneaky and just killing me when I'm low. He's hitting me when I'm down.
He's hitting me when I'm down. Hell yeah, he is, dude. I just saved Apparition's life right there. Look at that. Teamwork.
Damn.
Huge plays.
But yeah, WoW finally in decline. Well, it's been kind of in decline, but they thought it's stable. Because the big thing was last quarter, they were stabilized. They didn't lose any subscribers. And the big thing is, in 3 months, they lost 1.2 million people.
Yeah. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see what happens next quarter, because Miss Pandaria will come out, and the hype from D3 will have died down quite a bit. So
yeah, they did dip on Friday because they released the earnings report Thursday, and they decided.
Oh yeah, because it's part of Activision, so it's public now.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so yeah, they were talking about how Guild Wars 2 and a bunch of other stuff might affect them.
Oh, okay.
Their Miss Pandaria and WoW subscriber numbers in general.
Yeah, I know Guild Wars 2 actually is going to have an impact, because a lot of people really like Guild Wars, which is surprising, because I remember playing Guild Wars 1. It came out around the same time World of Warcraft did, and I was playing Guild Wars. You were level 60 in WoW. I was trying to get everybody to play Guild Wars. You were trying to get everybody to play World of Warcraft. You won. We all started playing World of Warcraft, and that's how this friendship was born, Josh.
Yeah.
Because we didn't play Guild Wars together. So in my mind, I think of Guild Wars as kind of a shitty game, but a lot of people really stand by it. I mean...
I don't know why. I think I tried to play it again, and I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. Something about WoW graphics that just they're eye catching.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah. The other big news was whatever you call it. EA also released the numbers for Star Wars.
Oh, God,
Their game that was supposed to be their really big WoW
I
killer,
can't imagine it went well.
and they said they now have under like 1 million subscribers.
Oh
It's really bad because I'm pretty sure they spent like 200 million on the production of that game. It has like I think that game had like the largest.
200 million? That sounds like a lot to produce that.
Yeah. They have like the most unique like voice sounds. Like every character has like their own unique sound, and it was just ridiculous how much effort they put in this game.
That is
And they hyped it up so much to be like a big WoW killer, and it just tanked. They're gonna bring the game to free to play. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Like,
I was actually gonna ask that because they are right now. You still have to. It's just like WoW. It's a subscription, like $12 a month or whatever, right? That's their. That's a rough model, man. Yeah, they actually launched that game at a really bad time for that model because it's really losing popularity.
Yeah. That was another thing they noted in the about WoW is like just restrictions in general across the board have like declining player base. People are shifting to just like free games that you can play.
Yeah.
Because that monthly fee definitely does add up.
Yeah.
Over the years.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh shit, he went in. I didn't even see that.
I had to send an emergency text message. Oh shit, I'm really far in the back. I'm like tanking this tower right here. No sinking.
I don't know which one's the real one.
Yeah, I'm like having trouble using my single target spells here. That was a really chaotic fight, but we won. So that's all that matters. Yeah, I actually kind of forgot about Blizzard and Activision being one and the same, and now they're public, because I know for a long time, like, Blizzard wasn't public for a really long time.
Yeah, and Blizzard is or the company that owns Activision Blizzard is actually trying to sell it at the moment too.
Really?
It's like the mother company is like Vivid or like something like that.
Yeah. I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're actually trying to unload Activision Blizzard right now.
Yeah, well, Activision has a much different model than like what we're talking about with like the DLC. Their whole thing is the Call of Duties, just change it a little bit and release the same game on the same engine and have everybody else buy it again for $60. So they're just like milking that franchise.
It really does work too. They've just set record like release after release.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know. I don't really agree with the Activision model quite so much.
Oh yeah, I know Guitar Hero had the same thing where they just kept releasing Guitar Heroes. Oh no, I left.
You got an item though.
I got an item.
Yeah, you got the Kuga belt. You got a no, it's a sword. No, it's a belt.
belt?
It's a belt. It's a ceremonial rapier. It says slot belt. That's weird. I don't know if it's a sword or a belt. Maybe
I
both.
think it's a sword that has. It's a belt that has a sword on it.
Oh, okay.
Because I probably don't swing it around.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, that's cool. A belt piece with a sword hanging down. Okay, that's good stuff. So that's pretty cool, man. That was a good. I'm glad we won that. That was a.
I know. That was looking kind of rough just because we were getting owned.
I'm not gonna lie. At the end, my Dazzle did some pretty serious work. I was keeping people alive. Doing.
Oh yeah, you were. I saw you keeping people.
Oh
up.
yeah, dude. I was keeping everybody up, doing my job. So what else do we have here? I'm sure we don't have enough news for another game, but is there any one last thing that we need to mention? Talked about EA and Zynga. I guess the last thing was, I don't know what this one is. McAfee claims 1 trillion data loss. 1 trillion.
Yeah, that was just like a little like mini big fail that they had. Where apparently
a mini big fail.
Yeah, they were trying to predict how much money like the world was losing in general just from piracy and everything, and like they did this really primitive survey where they surveyed like 1,000 companies and they tried to extrapolate that to every single country in the world based on like their GDP, their population, and it was just one of those things that just got completely blown out of proportion, and yeah. Just so that they could probably promote their service.
I mean, I see what you mean with that. That's like, okay, we're like this much money is being lost. Those numbers are so like, you look at that and you think, wow, if we had $250 billion a year, we could pay off the national debt after a little while. But it doesn't really work it's just that's a silly statistic. That's cool.
It was just one of those silly things that was in the news that they actually publish, and then when you ask questions about it, like, nope, this is a true study.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's 100% fact. No crap.
We did the math.
I like your comment here in our spreadsheet. Raffle at that number. Using 1,000 businesses to estimate the world. That is true, though. There is a fallacy there. That is a pretty small sample. To compare that to the world. God, I don't even want to get into it, man. It's bad news bears.
Too much math.
Fucking McAfee, man. They're really grasping for straws here. I'm sure their service is really struggling because I don't know. I mean, is antivirus still doing well? I can't imagine so. I don't use it. I know you don't use it.
I don't know. Is Norton like has is the Norton that or whatever that have the contract with Microsoft?
Yeah.
So it's like the default setup because apparently, like Windows has like their built-in firewall and built-in antivirus, but it by default uses Norton or whatever, whoever has the contract with Microsoft.
Right.
And you actually have to like turn that off and have the other one enabled through like some like there's really it's kind of inconvenient.
I know if you put two, if like that'll really fuck up a computer if you take two antiviruses and install them because they both think the other one's a virus. So your computer just like has civil war while you're trying to compute in game, and it just like is terrible. I've seen it happen before where computers literally like processor idling at 60% because the antiviruses are trying to kill each other. Oh man.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same way with Windows 8 that's coming out.
I actually am a little excited for Windows 8. I'm curious about.
I kind of like it. It's not going to be super expensive too. It's going to be like $50 to upgrade.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cheap.
So,
I mean, I got Windows 7 over the student discount for like $35 to upgrade. It is a pain in the ass reformat though, because you have to install XP or something.
Oh yeah, because upgrade only version.
Yeah,
and I know you've gone through computers, and I've gone through computers.
Yeah.
It is a pain.
Oh, it's a pain. The first time I install, because what's irritating is you can install the non-upgraded one by itself. It will install, but then it just won't activate. So I did that once, and I installed like all these programs, and it wouldn't activate. So I had to call the number. Man, I chewed that lady out, and I still didn't really get anywhere. That was bad. Norton, I kind of like Norton, but yeah, it is a resource. So Norton's okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have a preference. I don't like the antiviruses. I always just tell people, don't be a dipshit on the internet. You don't have to worry about it.
That's what I do.
That's what I do.
I run ad blocker on everything.
Yeah. I'm just like, just don't click on. I used to tell people not to click on ads, but now I should tell people to click on ads because
click on all my ads, bro.
Go to my website and click on these ads. They'll prevent you from getting viruses. So I need to tell my clients. It's good stuff. So I think that's it though, Josh. That actually worked perfectly between the long queue and the timing of that game. I mean, we had like one piece of news left. That was like the perfect.
That was perfect.
Dota,
it was
man.
Win all around.
Yeah, and we won. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now if Zynga just goes up, then that would be.
If only the stock market was open on weekends.
If only the woodpecker size. So, thank you for watching, guys. Of course, this will be uploaded to YouTube if you missed any of it. I'm actually curious to watch this VOD and see if there were audio issues. There was a kind gentleman that popped in chat and he said some negative things, so hopefully it's been bearable. But we'll see. We'll see. So, take care. Of course, see us next week. News report, 9 a.m. EST Saturday. Well, 9 a.m. thereabouts. Started a little bit late today. Had a lot of True Blood to catch up on last night, so we had to sleep in.
So much True Blood.
So much True Blood. So, all right. Take care, guys.